We all have our favorite family holiday traditions. The white elephant gift exchange, latkes and brisket, Cheska and Patton getting to have a play date, and sometimes Cousin Lance making florets out of salami and olives. But I want to talk with you about my favorite of our family holiday traditions. Hey cousins, I know I told you guys that I was going to make a video of our gingerbread competition this year. It's January. I'm just getting around to it. I hope you like it. For everybody else, my family has the coolest and funnest holiday tradition. Every year, right around Christmas/Hanukkah, we have a gingerbread competition. It is extremely intense. There are judges. There's a time limit. There are a lot of rules. There's a board of past winners, and there are trophies. I happen to have some footage from the past 2 years, so I'm throwing that into this video as well. In 23, we had 4 teams. One built a ski lodge where Santa has crashed into a pile of marshmallows. We have a double-length gingerbread house with a detached garage. Good investment. We have a hobbit house built almost entirely out of kelp and other materials that came from H Mart. And then we have a gingerbread truck. Fun fact, if the wheels are still attached, it does not count as real estate. In 24, we had 5 teams. Love the beach scene here. I think they used a lot of brown sugar for the sand, but the live goldfish really take the cake. Really nice ski chalet with an A-frame gingerbread house, an outdoor bar, a ski slope, and I really like the fire pit. Another ski chalet, maybe this one is a little bit more upscale judging by the rosettes on the roof. There's a frosted shredded wheat fence around it, and we have Spanish and Polish liqueur. We've got a snowy Christmassy treehouse. The bark on that trunk is real bark, candy cane ladder, and some really interesting Christmas trees all around the landscape. Nice little fire pit area. And the last one from 24 was this one, where a tree hit it. I hope they had good insurance. Looks like a really great setting right by the creek. This year, I did a little bit more prep than usual. Like I told you earlier, this is a pretty competitive event. We have 3 hours to go from a bare-bone gingerbread house to something competition-worthy. We can't pre-build anything. We don't know who we're going to be on teams with until we arrive, so we can't collude in advance. And we aren't given a whole lot of supplies to work with, but we can bring our own materials. So you don't want to pre-assemble, but you can take the wrappers off of these. You don't want to spend your time doing that on game day. So this time around, I got a stash of cheap candy that I thought would work as construction materials. Unwrapping all that candy is a time waster, and sorting it is also a time waster. You don't want to spend any of your 3 hours trying to pick out individual pieces of candy and unwrap them. You want all of that to be good to go so that you can spend as much of your time as possible actually building out the concept. Most of the good themes that you come up with require several of one thing, like 20 or 30 red gumballs. Not a mix of multiple colors. So you want to have several of individual objects so that you can repeat those across an entire wall or an entire fence. So I sorted everything out. I had no idea what we would build, and I didn't know who I was going to be on a team with, but I wanted to be prepared for whatever. I prefer to stick with 100% edible. That is not an official rule. Most of the family says we can't pull off what we do if we stick to everything being 100% edible. But I think we could, and I would like to try that next time around. One thing that is always in short supply is frosting. This year I made my own, but I had no intention of it being anything that you would actually want to eat. I was going for something that was technically edible, but the most important, that it would be sturdy and sticky. I ended up mixing 4 parts of Crisco to 2 parts of coarse sea salt and 1 part granulated sugar. Trust me, you would not want to taste this. No, you would not want to eat this, but it worked as I intended. It turned out to be a great mortar to glue candies together. It was sturdy enough to spread thick along roofs and walls in various parts of the landscape. Didn't sag down the wall, and it held really nicely at room temperature without getting too soft. So I'm definitely going to try that again. Just don't try to eat it. But I forgot to get any footage of the frosting. So I finished unwrapping and sorting everything, and then we head into the competition. Okay, so the 3 hours are up, and the teams have all brought their gingerbread houses in for judging. The Wicked theme was really popular this year. We had two. The first one is all green, except for the yellow brick road, of course. I thought the frosting on the roof of this one was just done really excellently. The second Wicked was my team. We went with a green and pink version of Wicked. We were the only ones that added onto our house. We have a turret, a tower that is over here, and we're all pink and red on one side and all green on the other. That frosting really did a good job of holding everything up on the tower. Our third one was a pizza kitchen, which is very fitting since Gabe has a pizza oven in his backyard. This one had a smoke machine inside, and so the chimney was actually smoking. The chimney is pepperoni. I think the lawn was real oregano. But the winning entry this year was a very excellent rendition of Candyland. I got a few shots of this one from above because it really does look the best from above. It is very true to the board game. Nice job on the roof. I think those might be some candies that I unwrapped. And really good craftsmanship on the brick, James. So congratulations, Min, James, Edith, and Shelby. Great job this year. I hope you all could see why this is my favorite family holiday event of the year. I love a good competition. It's so great to be able to spend time with family, not just talking and hanging out, but actually building something and doing something and strategizing and sharing ideas and it being competitive and having a deadline. And it's so much fun. I look forward to it next year, and maybe next year will be my year again.